Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! You guys really have become my light out of darkness and my answer for everything that I could never make sense of. Thank you guys so much for your love and support continuously that you show every single night on this podcast. Every single time I upload a video, you never cease to amaze me with your love and support of Descendants and Zombies. I truly believe that you are the greatest fans that any podcaster could ever want, anybody could ever want to encounter in their lifetime. I fell into a niche that I'm really proud of, and I'm really thankful that I chased after the white rabbit after the rabbit hole had been closed for years, with no disrespect coming from me, from the taglines of Descendants, from the script. Beautifully, beautifully put together, and our dreams have never felt more encouraged than they are now, not only because of Descendants, but because of each and every one of you and this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel is so much fun, is it not? I think everybody found a heart in this YouTube channel, found a home, and somebody that they could trust in as the voice of Descendants and Zombies. You guys obviously wanted a hero, and I became that hero for you. Not by choice, because I didn't want to be your hero, but you guys made me your hero, and you pulled me from out of obscurity when it seemed like all hope was lost for me as a podcaster. Many nights I would lie awake wherever I was in the world, and I would try to make sense of, what kind of direction my show was going in, what kind of direction I wanted to take it in, what kind of niche I wanted to fall into, and I've fallen into a lot of niches over the years: professional wrestling, entertainment, movie genres, and now Descendants and Zombies, Disney-related content. This is a niche that I'm very thankful that I found, that I fell into, and I'm making the most of this opportunity. And to be honest with each and every one of you, it is the most fun that I've had in my entire life, an experience that I will never ever forget. I love to journal, so I can kind of sympathize with Dove Cameron and how she feels about journaling and writing down her thoughts. A lot of girls that I was with in relationships could never make sense of why I love to journal. It was very uncharacteristic for a guy to want to journal and watch movies like The Notebook and P.S. I Love You, but that's what I did. And I made a consistent habit of doing that. I made a lifetime out of doing that. Nobody could ever make sense of it, and that's why pretty much everybody left me. But when everybody left me, you guys were all I had left. And you guys helped me make sense of everything, and you gave me purpose. You not only gave me purpose, but you helped me find my purpose and my goal in life, and that was to entertain each and every one of you. If I couldn't make milk come out through your noses, then I felt like my goal hadn't been achieved. But I like to believe that I'm doing that, and I like to believe that you trust in my voice more than you trust in anybody else's voice, providing you with Descendants and Zombies content. A guy who loves Ruby Rose Turner, who loves Kylie Cantrell, whose birthday is coming up on June 25th. I will be celebrating Kylie's birthday on this YouTube channel, so if you're a fan of Kylie Cantrell, if you're a fan of the character Red, who she did a phenomenal job portraying in Descendants 4, and Descendants 5, Wicked Wonderland, coming up in summer 2026, if you're a fan of Kylie Cantrell, I want you to invite you to her birthday celebration I'll be throwing on this YouTube channel coming up in just a couple of days. You're probably going to want to tell your friends about it. And just to let you guys know how this YouTube channel works, this YouTube channel is pretty much an open book. So what you want discussed on this YouTube channel, regardless if it's Descendants, if it's Zombies, if it's Phineas and Ferb, if it's Tangled, whatever you want discussed, because I know I have a lot of different fans subscribed to this YouTube channel who are fans of seemingly everything having to do with Disney. So whatever you want discussed, this YouTube channel is pretty much an open book. This YouTube channel is here for you, and we can discuss whatever you want. Descendants and Zombies has taken the world by storm. It has captivated millions of hearts, and it has inspired us to stand up for what we believe in, up against our bullies, and every adversary that we have ever had, and defy them. And that's pretty much something that I've learned how to do my entire life. I've somewhat mastered the ability to do it. Oftentimes it's very challenging. I know a lot of people find themselves backed into proverbial corners. There's probably somebody who found this thumbnail today who feels like they're backed into a proverbial corner that seems impenetrable. And I can kind of sympathize with you, because I went to high school, and pretty much all through elementary, from grades 3 to 5, I was bullied all my life. I can't remember a day where I wasn't tripped up in the hallway, thrown into a locker. I was pretty much treated like shit. But I know how it feels, I know how it hurts, and I think one of the biggest challenges to have to overcome is how much it actually hurts somebody and how much it affects somebody. It has a profound effect on the people that are victims of bullying, and that's what Ruby Rose Turner's character Bridget, the portrayal of that character, tried to convey, is that no matter how much you're bullied, you can always rise above the hate. And I think that everybody has found a unique way of doing it in their own way, in their own fashion. Oftentimes I found it very challenging. I didn't have very many friends in elementary school, more especially. And I always believed that you didn't need a whole lot of friends. All you needed were a few really good friends that you could remain close with and keep for your entire life. And if you can keep those same 3 or 4 friends for your entire life, you're going to be okay. And I want anybody who may be struggling with this, who may be trying to make sense of everything, that everything is going to be okay, no matter how much it seems that it's not going to be okay and how difficult it is to believe. I want you to know, because you're here on my channel, everything will be okay, because that's what Descendants has inspired us to do, more especially Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires. Of course, it was themed around acceptance, and I really appreciated the script. I loved the first script. The first movie was my favorite of the zombie series. The trilogy is absolutely amazing. The exemplification of just how powerful a person can actually be, the acceptance of zombies, from zombies to werewolves and from werewolves to aliens. I tell you stories about how I love to used to try to get abducted by aliens. I never succeeded with doing that, but I remember going out in my front lawn in the nighttime looking up at the stars. Mom would open the window, think I was crazy, and say, "What are you doing, Jonathan?" And I'd say, "Mom, go away. I'm trying to get abducted by aliens." But haven't we all? I don't think any of us have succeeded. I think that these sci-fi specials about getting abducted by aliens have gone to our brains. But I remember that. I remember watching the X-Files with Scully and Mulder. I remember watching The Twilight Zone and thinking everything was so real on TV. I was a real nerd that thought everything he saw on TV, from pro wrestling to sci-fi to horror, was real. I was afraid of vampires for forever, until I decided to wake up one day and start kicking the shit out of vampires and become one of the greatest vampire slayers of all time, being the first person to kill a vampire in over 100 years, which is actually quite difficult. You have vampires coming at you from all different directions. You're pulling off snap mirrors, vertical suplexes, pile drivers, which have been banned in pro wrestling for forever. And you're probably watching the first guy ever to execute a pile driver in about 20 years, because it was banned in 2001 because of injuries. I remember that because I covered pro wrestling for forever. But when you get the opportunity to vertical suplex or pile drive a vampire, it is a whole thrilling experience that I think you should take yourself up on the opportunity to do. I haven't done anything with entertainment in forever, so I'm kind of wanting to get back into the swing of things. So if you guys could hit the subscribe button, that would be really appreciative from yours truly, because the more subscribers I get, the further these videos will be pushed out into the algorithm. I'll get the opportunity to go to 40 feet under the sea and blow the bejesus out of a shark. I'll get the opportunity to slay vampires for the first time since 1998 through 1999. It's been about 25 years since Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Vampire High were at the heights of their popularity, but I remember working with shows like that, Boy Meets World. It was a whole lot of fun. I had the opportunity to host a lot of podcasts over the years that were entertainment themed, but I never thought 25 years later, after I had the most fun of my entire career, having the opportunity to sit behind this podcast microphone and drop my thoughts in commentaries on Descendants and Zombies for each and every one of you, which a lot of people do, but I find that there's a lot of criticism about it, and it really pisses me off. And I'll tell you why it really pisses me off. It pisses me off because you guys deserve better. Oftentimes your Descendants stars are falling victim to criticism that they don't deserve. Sometimes, more often than enough, criticism they can't make sense of. I know Meg Donnelly from Dawn of the Vampires fame is someone who received a lot of criticism because Millie Alcott will be Supergirl in the new Superman movie coming out in July. I will tell you this. Everything about that Superman movie looks horrible. It probably would look better if Meg Donnelly was a part of the cast as Supergirl. A lot of people are already criticizing it, and I kind of concur with that. I'm not a fan of how they put this new Superman movie together. I think Superman is something that has been completely blown out of proportion, and if you're going to devote time out of superhero movies, you probably should be focusing on more Marvel movies than DC, because DC's never been able to get it done for me, and especially this Superman movie, the cast really isn't getting it done for me. I think the Descendants cast received their fair share of criticism, and it's really pathetic how your favorite stars who you see yourself through are being criticized the way that they are, and I just wanted to, put a stop to that. When I created this YouTube channel, what I wanted to do was to make you feel inspired to either create your own YouTube, to be yourself, that every dream was possible. I never ever wanted to take that away from any child who may be watching these videos, who may stumble across these videos every single night that you're watching these videos on YouTube, because there are hundreds of videos. There was a video just uploaded 23 hours ago about Descendants that is pretty much enticing you to hit the subscribe button within the first minute of a video, and haven't we all enticed you to hit the subscribe button? I don't want you to hit the subscribe button because of me. I want you to hit the subscribe button to help me out, and because you're a fan of Descendants and Zombies that I know exist out there. There are millions of fans of Descendants and Zombies. Over 10 million of you have gravitated to the social media platforms themed around Descendants and Zombies, which is a franchise that I very quickly fell in love with, and I'm thankful that I fell in love with it. If I could go back 10 years ago and fall in love with it all over again, I would, because of just how appreciative the fans are of the stars, no matter if you're talking about Dove Cameron, Kylie Cantrell. I would do it all over again. I want to tell you guys to hit the subscribe button because I do need your help. And I'm going to be very honest with you, and that's more than you're going to get here from any other podcaster that devotes his time, he or she's time, to Descendants and Zombies. I need your help. Because I find it very challenging to get somebody to hit the subscribe button. Not only that, but to create good content. A lot of people ask me all the time, how do I make really great Descendants and Zombies videos? I don't really prepare anything. I just sit behind the microphone every day, and I tell you how I feel about it because you deserve the best. And if I can't give you the best, then I feel like I've let all of you down. And that's something most certainly I don't want to do, is let you down and feel like you can't depend on me for videos. I want to let you know this YouTube channel will always be here for you. And every single day there will be a video uploaded day or night about Descendants and Zombies. I will theme this content around what you love, what you appreciate. And even if it isn't that, I'll theme it around whatever it is you love and appreciate. And obviously it's a niche. Obviously it's the strongest force in the world. And it's obviously what you believe in. So why take that away from you? Why take away the belief that anything is possible? I know more times than enough a lot of people are being put down because of their dreams, because of what they want to set out to accomplish, their goals. In school, they teach you about having a goal and how to achieve that goal. And it's not specifically put in front of you in conversation during your classes, but that's what they teach you to do, to have a goal and to achieve that goal by any means necessary. I've known that ever since elementary school. It's not very obviously in front of you because you don't know what you're going to make a career out of, but and oftentimes you wonder, do we really need to know all this stuff that we're learning? You don't really know how much you need it until it comes back to haunt you. And I've had that happen to me more times than enough as a podcaster when I was studying journalism for forever. Through the studies of journalism, you think about, do you really need to know this? Is it really that hard to sit behind a podcast microphone and record your thoughts, drop your thoughts on anything in a commentary? It really is. For a lot of people, it's really challenging to put together a commentary. You don't know what to say, how to say it, how to be perceived. But to some people, it's just naturally gifted to you. And I think that's something that I've been able to do. I've never prepared statements. I've never prepared anything before I drop anything on a podcast. I just love doing it. And because I love doing it, I'm very grateful for each and every one of you. I am very supportive of each and every one of you for dressing up as your favorite Descendants characters and coming to my door every year on Halloween. I love when I see that, because you see yourself through these characters. You feel inspired by these characters. I love when a young girl shows up at my door every year on Halloween dressed up as her favorite Descendants character. I love when I hear you singing the songs. I love when I see you posting your videos on YouTube in support of this, coming out in unison for the Descendants Zombies Worlds Collide Tour. It is absolutely amazing. It is an experience that I will never ever forget. And I don't know about you guys. I don't know if I can speak for all of you, but I will never forget the imprint these two franchises have left on my heart. Dove Cameron, Meg Donnelly, thank you so much. And now this new franchise, represented by Kylie Cantrell and Mila Baker, taking the world by storm. There was a new teaser drop for the Descendants Zombies Worlds Collide Tour. I will be showing you that momentarily, so stay tuned for that, where the Descendants and Zombies see themselves icons, which I found very enthralling. I will be repeating the latest teaser that was dropped for Descendants 5 Wicked Wonderland in the coming days on this YouTube channel, and I will be celebrating Kylie Cantrell's birthday, so you're going to want to ring the bell to stay up to date with notifications for that, and a Cameron Boys tribute video dropping on July 6th. I've got a lot of stuff happening on this YouTube channel. This is the place to be, with no disrespect coming from me, for the soundtrack of Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires, and that being one of the biggest. Of course, Don't Mess With Us is another one too. I really love how Meg Donnelly sees herself as all these different characters, all these supernatural characters, from zombies to werewolves to aliens to vampires, tying everything in so significantly. It's almost like she's trying to figure out who she is and her place in this world. I want to say this. I would love for her to sit in front of me on a podcast and ask me how I got into podcasting, because she asks everybody that who podcasts with her on their show. My story goes all the way back to the 1990s, which is a time frame that Kylie Cantrell, a time period Kylie would love to live through, to witness the rise of bands such as the Backstreet Boys, the greatest boy band of all time, Hanson, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, and Eminem, whom I worked with on his radio station for a short period of time, very short-lived, because we didn't see eye to eye before I was replaced. But I had a whole lot of fun doing it. And growing up in the 90s was an honor and a privilege. I would love to go back in time with Kylie Cantrell, courtesy of a pocket watch, and experience the 90s through the way I lived it. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Britney Spears, at the heights of her popularity, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, what have you. Time in my life. I don't think there ever was a night that I didn't listen to the Backstreet Boys or attend a ballet recital, but you haven't got to tell anybody that. I was a theater kid. I had a hand in a lot of stage productions, from Dracula to Hamlet to Romeo and Juliet to A Midnight Summer's Dream, and I had a whole lot of fun doing it. High School Musical, which just recently obtained the license for high schools now to perform it on stage. Really happy about that. D23.com had a press release up concerning that a couple of days ago, and been devoting a lot of their time to the reboot of Phineas and Ferb. Summer Vacation will never be over in the eyes of Disney for the first time in 14 and a half years. Big fan of Phineas and Ferb too. I would love to go back in time, pull a Phineas and Ferb, and change a lot of things, have the opportunity to fix a lot of the mistakes I've made, because I've been very honest and very opinionated about the mistakes I've made on this podcast, and God knows I've made a lot of mistakes, but I've had you guys to help me through that. And because I've had each and every one of you for your endless amount of love and support, I think I can do it. And I know that everything is going to be okay. I just recently lost a very good friend of mine because a lot of stuff got in the way in our lives, and there's stuff keeping us apart. She used to go on Facebook all the time and watch these videos of this guy from Bangladesh who was a singer. She felt very infatuated by him, and she was very supportive of him by hitting his like button, giving him hearts all the time. And here I had a podcast with twice as many subscribers. He had 1,000 followers. I had 3,000 followers almost put up on this YouTube channel, and I don't think she's ever watched a video that I've ever produced. But I have 3,000 of you subscribed to this YouTube channel, which could be 4,000, and we could show her that this YouTube channel is really where it's at. And this YouTube channel is about love, it's about support, and it's never quitting on what you believe in. But how we can show her is by you hitting the subscribe button, because it really broke my heart. Because I thought so much over this girl. She obviously thought more over people than what I thought of her. And I really put my heart into her. I put a heart and a half into her, and she really let me down. But what helped me through that situation, and every situation that I've had in my life, is each and every one of you. Because when I felt like I had nobody, you guys, with your beacon of light being your phones, hitting the subscribe button all the time, because I really believe your phone is a beacon of light that can guide people to this YouTube channel who need this content, who need this kind of support in their life, from bullying, from feeling discouraged. I want you to know that that support is here for you, and that support will be found on this YouTube channel, because that's what I theme my podcast around: support, love, and never quitting on your dreams. And if I can withstill that in your minds, just as the Sinistars have done for forever, then I feel accomplished. Then I feel like I set out to accomplish what I set out to do on this YouTube channel. Because when I first moved in to this house, I had a lot of stuff not really going my way. I was feeling really down on my luck. I was feeling a lot of pressure. And you guys alleviated that pressure and took it off of my shoulders. And I can't thank you enough for that. I'll say this again tomorrow on my latest podcast. Again, I repeat it over and over again because I want to distill it in your mind. In order to distill it in somebody's mind, you've really got to make them believe what you're saying. And even if that isn't a 25-minute podcast, that's what I really want to distill in your minds, and that's what I want you to take away from this podcast. No matter if it's me telling you stories about hunting vampires, zombie invasions, which are inevitably real. Don't ever believe what anyone tells you about a zombie invasion never happening, because it can happen just as anything else in this lifetime can happen. And if anything, Kylie Cantrell has inspired me to run for president of the United States in 2028 against Donald Trump. I am tired of hearing about how Kylie Cantrell's political point of view is always dragged into the conversation because she's not a Trump supporter. I have never been a Trump supporter, so I am in the corner of Kylie Cantrell. And the only way to get something done about it and to make America great again is to inspire Descendants fans to come out in unison and vote for me in the 2028 presidential race. I'll move everything I have into the White House. I will address the nation every night after 8 p.m. on YouTube. And we'll make magic happen. And Kylie Cantrell will finally get a president that she can be proud of. Disney Plus will become mandatory in all homes across America and in the entire world. And the support will be put in place for each and every one of you who need it. Trust in me, and I will never let you down. And the same thing can be said about this YouTube channel. Trust in me, and I will never let you down. I have said this time and time again. I will never, ever figure out how or believe how they can produce Descendants 5 without Ruby Rose Turner. I don't want to accept it because she was so beautiful, she was so vibrant, she was so full of life. I felt very appreciative of Ruby Rose Turner's character, the portrayal of Bridget, the young Queen of Hearts, really putting into perspective how devastating bullying can affect a person. And let's be honest, all of us, even though we don't choose to admit to it, are victims of bullying one way or another, or we're feeling let down, we're feeling the pressure on our shoulders all the time. It is a consistent thing, and I think a lot of that can be alleviated because we don't really need to be feeling as discouraged as what we are. And I really appreciate how the producers and the writers of Descendants and Zombies have really gotten to the forefront of this and really, brought it to our attention, really. Thank you guys so much for the love and support you have shown this YouTube channel. I don't know where I would be without each and every one of you. Thank you to all of the Descendant stars for raising awareness to their struggles in life, whether that be panic attacks, battles with anxiety, cancer, what have you. I've heard it all. And I want you to know that the support is here for each and every one of you, regardless if that's how you see yourself through me, or you just want a heart to believe in you so much. Trust in me, and I will never let you down. And if you want to hear something nice about Descendants of Zombies, you're going to want to keep it locked on this YouTube channel, because I have a lot of fun stuff to say about this, and that support is going nowhere. Because I've seen a lot of people use up to 45 minutes on their podcast to critique Descendants, especially Descendants: The Rise of Red, which didn't want to be accepted by anybody because they felt like the movie had let them down and the entire franchise had let them down. But if Kylie Cantrell and Ruby Rose Turner feel like they've got the most out of this experience, then, which they haven't, but if they feel like they've gotten the most out of this experience, why take that away from them? I would like to make this a more enjoyable experience for them, which is why I love the opportunity to work with the Descendants cast. They could come here in my house. I'll put the guys down in the downstairs basement apartment I have, and I'll put the girls up here. We'll shoot Descendants for 3 months, and I'll make it an enjoyable experience for each and every one of them. If I worked at Disney, a lot of stuff would be different, and consistently be different. The pressure would be alleviated off their shoulders. They would feel like they could be more of themselves. They'd have creative freedom, which Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires gave the cast for the first time ever, while they're introducing this new cast between the ages of 14 through 18. Yeah, I would just love the opportunity to work with Disney, have access to the $158 billion of revenue, and see what I could do with it. Give me access to that, and just watch me create. Because that's one thing that I really love to do, is create. And create wonderful things that people could feel inspired by. And if I couldn't do that, then I felt like I let not only you guys down, but I would let myself down. Because when you create something, even when you create a video for YouTube, you have to think about, what would you want to see if you were the one watching it? So that's what I think about all the time. If I was watching my own videos, what would I want to see? What would I want to show you guys? And I try to create the best videos ever, so you'll feel inspired. So the girls who let me down in my life will see this YouTube channel and see 5,000 subscribers and say, okay, that guy I'm following who plays music or drives a race car is not the coolest guy in the world. This YouTube channel is. I wish I had 5,000 subscribers, and you guys can help me out with that. You can have a whole lot of fun with this. And you can make every dream become a reality, because every dream is possible. No dream is ever unachievable. And I just want you to believe that. I said that when I dropped my review of the Place to Be music video, when everybody was critiquing it. It really upset me, pissed me off. I said, holy shit, I've got to do something. And I had 1,000 views on the video. And I felt really appreciative of it. You guys are unbelievable. Every day and night there's a video uploaded on this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel is here for you. And I just want you to know that I'm never ever going to quit on you, because you believe in this so much, and I don't want to let you down. As a YouTube creator, it's very challenging to come into a niche, to fall into a specific niche, and I love to believe that I did it. And I don't stutter when I say stuff, because I believe in it just as much as each and every one of you do. I never prepare anything. I don't stay up all night writing a script, like a lot of people have suggested for me to do for the better part of, I don't know, 25 years. Let me just say this. I don't know where the people are who have never ever supported me, who always quit on me, but every single time somebody quit on me and I felt like I had nobody, I had each and every one of you. And I'll say this again tomorrow, because I believe it firmly, that you guys are the strongest people and the most supportive people in the world. And I don't know where I would be without each and every one of you. So having said that, from one heart to another, thank you guys so much. So what do you say we watch this video together? I think it was the latest teaser for the Descendants Zombies Worlds Collide tour that was dropped just a couple of days ago. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, you're going to want to do that as we watch this video together. I've missed doing these reaction videos with you guys for forever. I love putting myself up in the corner. There's just something that's so exhilarating about doing it. I know it sounds really stupid coming from a guy loving Descendants of Zombies as much as what each and every one of you girls do. I know I have like 1,000 girls subscribed to this YouTube channel plus. Thank you guys so much for that, for having the biggest crush on this YouTube channel ever. I don't know where I would be without each and every one of you. For the life of me, I never thought this YouTube channel would blow up the way that it has. But at least you've got a really cool guy, a really sweet guy putting together these videos for you. So hopefully you will find time in hitting my subscribe button, because really my heart is what it is. What you see is what you get. What you hear is what you get. And I don't perceive myself for what I'm not, which a lot of these AI videos do. I know it's really cool and really cute how I put myself up in the corner every day talking about Descendants of Zombies. But if you would be so gracious to hit the subscribe button, help me out with this girl who is always, liking singers and stuff on Facebook, and blow up this YouTube channel, that would be amazing. Thank you so much for that. I can't thank you enough for that. I always sound like I have a frog in my throat for some reason. Do I believe in magic? Sure I do. And I love these characters that these Descendant stars see themselves through. I love how Kylie Control's favorite character is Jasmine. You will hear that momentarily. But guys, seriously, thank you so much for thinking that I'm a really great guy and blowing this YouTube channel up with 3,000 subscribers. We're not quite there yet, but that doesn't mean that we can't get there. And how we get there, it depends on you, because you guys are pretty much the YouTube algorithm. And if you hit the subscribe button, you will blow the bejesus out of this YouTube channel, and magic will happen from my heart to yours. Thank you so much. So what do you say we take this opportunity to watch this video together? When I first saw it, it was actually last night. And I loved it so much, I just wanted to experience it with you for the very first time.
My Disney spirit hero has to be Princess Jasmine. I've always looked up to her. She just is that girl, and her look is so cute. And I mean, come on, she gets to fly on a magic carpet. Like, that's the dream right there.
My Disney spirit hero would have to be Bolt, the dog. I love dogs, I'm a dog person, and that movie when I was little, I fell in love with it, so it would be that.
My Disney spirit hero is Stitch. I love Stitch's family values. You know, Ohana means family, and family means no one gets left behind. So I love that, and I feel like we could all live a little bit more like Stitch.
Max from the Goofy movie and Tiana from Princess and the Frog. And the reason why it's Max from the Goofy movie is because I literally love like how they conquered their emotions throughout the whole film, and how he was just like at college like trying to vibe like his same. And for Tiana, I was thinking her because I feel like she is a hard worker. Her voice is amazing, and she goes after what she wants.
Shout out Buzz Lightyear. It's my boy. Smooth talker. He's jacked. He can fly.
Olaf, and I feel that in my soul. Olaf sees the upside of everything. And
Olaf was one of my favorites too.
And if he is down on the dumps,
Olaf and Stitch, I concur with that. Ohana means family.
In my opinion.
My Disney spirit hero would have to be Hercules, because he's jacked. And
Well, I've got
I
nothing
would
to
have
say where Hercules
I also love his
goes.
songs. I Can Go the Distance. What a great message.
And there are your dates for Descendants and Zombies, the Worlds Collide Tour. Of course, it kicks off in July, just as Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires will be premiering on both Disney Plus and Disney Channel, kicking off on Disney Channel July 10th, and the global premiere happening on July 11th. That's a huge plug that I don't get paid for, but if you hit the subscribe button, it will help me achieve monetization quicker. And then I can give you guys free stuff, and we can have a whole lot of fun. And who doesn't love free stuff? Everybody loves free stuff, including this guy here. Who's had his heart broken more times than enough. I love the comparison between these Descendant stars and who they see themselves through when it comes to Disney animation. Everything from Stitch to Hercules, discussed in that video, even Princess Jasmine, who Kylie Control will be a beautiful representation of in the live-action Aladdin. I've got a whole lot to say where that goes, but that's for another video for another time. So if you hit the subscribe button, please do it. And I want the Descendant stars, especially Kylie Control and Ruby Rose Turner, whom I call Rube all the time, because I've got the biggest crush on her, to know that my heart is with them, and if they want support, they can find it through me, because I love them dearly, just as much as each and every one of you have. I have never ever quit on them and what I believe in. So give me a second to switch back over, and we will close this thing out with a bit of magic. Yeah, so I've got the biggest crush in the world on these two franchises. Just what they represent, their message being so powerful, so strong, and how you can believe in whatever you want to believe in and achieve it, and how no dream is ever unachievable. I know that sounds really weird and really uncharacteristic for a guy to say that he's got the biggest crush in the world on the actresses in Descendants, especially Ruby Rose Turner, who I got the biggest crush in the world on. I really wish she didn't have a crush on Justin Bieber when she was like 11 years old, because the only thing Justin's going to do is take her to Best Buy when he finds out she doesn't have a TV, buy it for her, take her home, set it up for her. I want Ruby to have more of a life, help me build game chairs, play PlayStation 5 all the time. I've got every PlayStation 5 game you can think of. But yeah, I've got the biggest crush in the world on Descendants. Hopefully you guys are going to love these videos as much as what I love creating them for you. It has been an honor and a privilege to sit behind this podcast microphone every single day and drop my thoughts and a commentary on Descendants and Zombies for you, which we will do again tomorrow night. The sun here today is absolutely beautiful. When it came up in the sky today and came in through my window, I keep my window open every single day, and it is gorgeous because the climate, the conditions are perfect to shoot these videos, and this location is gorgeous, which is why I wish they would come live with me. I'll put the guys down at the downstairs apartment. I will put the girls up here. They can shoot Descendants for the better part of 3 months and have an enjoyable experience in doing it. If British Columbia is beautiful, this place is just as beautiful too. I live on an island, so if they want to recreate Auradon for either the movies or the TV series, which this can be easily turned into a TV series, I will make it happen for you even more, especially if you support my presidential campaign and the presidential race, and you hit the subscribe button, because I'll address the nation every night on YouTube after 8 p.m. after I finish a game of Resident Evil. Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for the love and support you have shown this YouTube channel. Hopefully you love the guy hosting the show just as much as he loves and appreciates each and every one of you, because I love you dearly. Because I never ever thought this YouTube channel was going to blow up the way that it has. It blows my mind every single time. You guys never cease to amaze me. With that being said, what do you say we take this opportunity on this gorgeous day, this gorgeous afternoon, to go spread some kindness to somebody who needs it, because you can guarantee yourself and promise yourself that there is somebody out there just waiting to hear the words, I love you, so let's make it happen for them right now, just as fast as you can snap your fingers. With that being said, let's go spread some kindness right now. Bye, YouTube. We will do it again tomorrow night. So long for now.